Okay, order, Mr. Let me give it a explain. Let me explain it here. Let me give it a explain. I will explain myself. Let the Senator Abbas address the committee. Honorable Speaker, Clause 242B limits the individual owning only one or more houses. Unit under Act. This measure prevents the concentration of units in few hands and ensures equitable distribution among the intended beneficiaries. You could have 100 wives. I'm explaining myself. You could have 100 wives, you could have 10 wives, you could have 100 children. There is no need, you can always buy only one house. We are taking care of the interest of this place. You should take care of the interest of this place. Okay. I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, that these houses are meant for the poor people, the local houses, and there is no way you can buy 100 houses at the same time. Therefore, this clause justifies. Yes. Order. I'm not talking about the clause. I'm explaining myself. I'm sorry. Senators, please sit down. So the 2B limits. Limits individuals to own only one admirable house. Without the act, these measures prevent the Constitution. Order. Relax. Let me explain myself. The drawing. Order, senators. I am on the floor. I should take it down. Sit down. Speaker, I'm on the floor. Sit down. Let him read that one. Commissioner, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Nani? Sit down. Majority leader, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Okay. Senator Kajwang, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Senator, order. Senators, honorable senators, I'm not sure if Senator Kajwang was in the House when I made a ruling about justification, and any interventions in the House will be limited for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No. I did. I made that ruling in this House. Yes. I said 2 minutes. No, I gave 2 minutes. So, Senator Kajwang, as a way forward, we will listen to Abbas, and then I'll give you an opportunity, not more than 2 minutes, to say what you have to say. Senator Abbas. Okay, honorable speakers, senators, let me explain myself. 42B is meant to safeguard
So every Kenyan must have a house, affordable houses.
Let him finish.
Order, my friend. Yeah, not address you.
Senator Abbas, address the chair.
Okay. Honorable Speaker, I'm saying I'm justifying why we are saying limiting these houses to one person, for one individual, one house. Because you can own 100 houses, you can have 10 kids, you can have 20 kids, but what they're saying is these houses are meant for the poor people and for the low-income guys. If we say that we allow everybody to buy what he wants, then everybody will get everything what he wants. What we want is those poor people to get what they want. So these houses can be equally distributed. For that is the justification of this clause.
Senator Kajon.
Mr. Chair, that was exactly my problem with this provision, that we are legislating for poverty, not for prosperity. And when I was making my submission, I was saying that after 5-10 years, everyone has a house. So what are you going to put in the law that since Cheriot already has a house somewhere in Langata, and after 10 years there are additional and excess houses, that nobody should go for the second round? That is poor legislative drafting, and those are poor proposals that should not come in this law. Mr. Chair, the Constitution, Article 117, that talks about powers and privileges of Parliament, provides unfettered freedom of speech and expression. And those people who today want to limit by speech and expression, we shall wait for you. And your day will come when someone will have to stand up for your right of expression and freedom of speech. And Mr. Chair, I do believe, because the 2 minutes are not over, that even after I've prosecuted my reservations on clause 42B, that all other members with a contrary view must also be allowed to contribute, because this is the only time when senators can write laws. Finally, Mr. Chair, when I'm here,
Thank you, Senator. Senator Kafuri Murungi.
Chair, you know, my issue is this. When we get to the land reading of any bill, the purpose for the land reading is to bring in amendment that you feel maybe was not captured well in the bill. And to bring the land reading any amendment that you feel you should bring, so that you can convince members. And if you can only convince members and then also be subject to the vote. So Senator Kajuan and all the opportunity during the second reading, at the land reading, to bring an amendment which could have cured this problem. So it could have amended, maybe it should be recommended, so that now we bring that to the vote at the land reading.
Senators, let's make progress. The people I'm giving a chance, Deputy Speaker, you are supposed to comment on clause 42B. Not on the conduct of your other senators in this House. So now I will give an opportunity to Manzo.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. No, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Order, senators. Order. We need to.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Manzo will be heard in silence.
Mr. Speaker, just before I comment on this, I want to say my 10 years experience, now that we talked about traditions in the National Assembly, on a matter which generates a lot of interest like this particular one, the speakers will ordinarily allow as many as possible to comment, Mr. Speaker, so that, Mr. Speaker, then you know, out of that members could make a clear decision whether to amend further or to remain in the same position when we vote. Mr. Speaker, I want to say my issue with this particular amendment, Mr. Speaker, kindly. B, may apply for the board for approval of issuance of an affordable mortgage to develop a rural affordable housing unit, Mr. Speaker.
Senators, can we hear him in silence?
Mr. Speaker,
please take a seat.
Mr. Speaker, this particular amendment begins to contradict the whole purpose of the housing, and it goes into to create a situation whereby some people get more privileged than others, and it creates discrimination, which, you know, you may enrich some people more than others, and there should be a way of limiting to make sure if it's affordable housing, it is a unit for everyone across board, so that if you have to do round two, then it balances. You don't begin round two when somebody else doesn't have a house yet and they are deserving. So it is discriminative, Mr. Speaker. I submit.
Thank you, Senators. Senator Abbas, you have a comment?
Honourable Speaker, I wish to withdraw that amendment of bill.
Honourable Senators, honourable Senators, honourable Senators, honourable Senators. Why don't you listen, honourable Senators? Since Senator Abbas has withdrawn the amendments, this matter will not be put to a vote. It is that withdrawn. So I think Senator Kajwang, you have actually won the debate.
New clause 42C.
Mover to move is Senator Abbas Mohammed Sheikh.
Honourable Speaker, I want to read 42C, except with the prior written consent of the board, a purchaser of an affordable houses unit under Act shall not by contract, agreement or otherwise sell or agree to sell his or her unit or interest therein or in any interest there in any of other persons.
Senator Sifuna, what is your intervention?
Mr. Chair, you should ordinarily allow us to make points of order. I was standing, I have been given the mic. This is disorderly conduct by the majority leader, and there's the reason I'm rising on my feet, Mr. Speaker. Pursuant to Standing Order 121, I have seen the majority leader essentially throw a tantrum and smack the desks with his documents there. And yet he has the audacity to accuse me of being disorderly. You have thrown a tantrum. You are doing it again.
Order, Senators.
You are doing it again, Mr.
Senator
Speaker.
Gloria.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Gloria.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Senator Gloria. Order.
Mr. Chair, there is only one opportunity for you to have order in this house, and that is enforcement of the rules equally. If it were anybody on the minority side who was throwing the tantrum that I have seen my brother, the majority leader, throwing, he would have been thrown out of the house. Why is he being treated specially, Mr. Speaker? Why is he being treated specially?
Senator.
I want, Mr. Speaker, a ruling on each point of order that we raise, because we must have a record of how this house treats people and how you apply the law, Mr. Speaker. Because of and you saw it, Mr. Speaker. Please don't pretend you did not see it. And I know you're a good man. You have seen it, and you must bear true witness, Mr. Speaker. Yes,
I didn't see it.
Mr. Speaker, I saw you seeing him. Mr. Speaker, don't be like that. We are in the holy month, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are in the holy month of Ramadan. Please tell the truth.